So we've got a probability question here. With probability, I like to remind myself that and means times and or means plus. Okay, so let's get started with this one. The first thing I'm going to notice is that we've told that there's three red sweets. There's three red sweets to start with, and we want to find out how many green sweets there are. Okay, so let's write down what we know. We know that there must be R plus G sweets in the bag, and he can he can take a red and then a green, or he could do a green and then a red, and that's the only way he's going to get one red when you take two sweets. Okay, so we've got to work out these probabilities. So what's the chance of getting a red and a green? Well, there's three reds, isn't there, to start with? And how many sweets in the bag? There's 3 plus G. So I reckon that there's 3 chances out of 3 plus the greens, and then a green one, so and means times. So we're going to have now the green number of sweets, which are still G, and 2 plus G sweets in the bag. Or we could take a green first, in which case it's going to be G out of 3 plus G, times by, because then and now there's still 3 reds in the bag, so that's 3 out of how many bags sweets in the bag? It's going to be 2 plus G sweets still. Okay, so that apparently we've told equals 12 out of 35. I think we can tidy those fractions up. So it looks like we've got here 3G over 3 plus G times by 2 plus G. Then we've got exactly the same thing over here, haven't we? Nice. And that's 12 out of 35. And now we can add those two fractions together, they've got the same denominator, so we can add them together. And now we've got two fractions that are equal to each other. And that means we can do my favourite thing, which is cross multiply. So let's multiply the 6G with 35 and the quadratic factors with 12. Okay, so that's how I'm going to multiply, because that's what you can do when you cross multiply. Okay, just like a half is equal to 2 quarters, so these two fractions together. So if I multiply the 6 with 35, I'm going to get 210G equals 12 lots of 3 plus G times by 2 plus G. Now we can tidy that up a lot, quite quickly. So expanding these brackets, 6 plus 5G plus G squared, multiply by the 12, so 72 plus 60G plus 12G squared. Now we can turn it into a quadratic, the normal shape quadratic that we're used to. That way I'll move the screen in a second. Up and put it onto one side, and then of course we're allowed to use our quadratic solving thing on our calculator, or else you could factorize. Okay, I can see that we've got a common factor of 6 all the way through, so I'm going to divide through by 6. Okay, and maybe you can see that we need two numbers that multiply to make 24, but add together to make minus 25. So I reckon it's 24 and 1, but I'm still going to just check what I think on my calculator, because I can. Okay, but it looks like this can be easily factorized. Yeah, so the answer is 12. Okay, so the other answer is a half, but of course you can't have half a green sweet. So we'll cross that one out, and we'll say that there must have been 12 green sweets in the bag to start with, which is the answer. 3 red sweets. We were told that, so there must have been to start with 15 sweets in the bag. But the answer is 12 green sweets. Okay. So, yeah, they're pretty much Yeah, I think they seem to. If you do pause, have a quick read, but otherwise, I think we managed to avoid the errors the examiners have highlighted there. Thank goodness. Let's just check the answers 12 here. And it is.